I am so excited to be making cronuts. I just started my winter break and I thought what better way to get in the holiday spirit and utilize my free time by trying out this infamous recipe. So I'm following the recipe from the ABC News website. Dominique Ansel released his recipe earlier this year and I already have my dough proofing for 2 to 3 hours, so it's rising, and that was really simple so far. It was really just getting a couple of ingredients into my KitchenAid mixer with the dough hook for 3 minutes and then putting it into a greased bowl for it to rise. Now what I'm doing is working on the butter block. So you'll need to measure out a 7 by 7 inch square on parchment paper. So I have this ruler that I use in the kitchen, and I just use a pencil. Now make sure you flip it over once you get that square so that you don't get pencil or lead markings on your actual butter, because that would be a little bit gross. So this butter's been sitting out for quite a while now, and this is 18 tablespoons of butter. The recipe calls for 84% butter fat, but I couldn't find that. I actually got 83. I saw 82, 83, and 86. So I thought that obviously 83 was the closest in terms of the recommendation. So it's been sitting out for a while, and I hope that this isn't too challenging. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to spread it out to fill it in. Alright, so that took a little bit longer than expected, maybe because my butter wasn't as soft as it could have been. The recipe recommends using an offset spatula, a large one, but this is the only size I have. So I tried that and it wasn't working as well, so I opted for this little rubber spatula. It's really durable and I thought that it moves the butter around more easily. So now that I have the butter in here, and now that I've done this actually, I have a newfound appreciation for the butter block machines. When I go to New Jersey to visit family, I love to stop at Balthazar Bakery in Englewood. It's actually where they do all their baking. If you're from Manhattan, you may recognize the Balthazar name. It's a famous restaurant and bakery. But I love to stop into their bake shop in Englewood, and that's where they make most of their croissants. And their butter block machine is right at the front window of the storefront. And it's really interesting to watch, and you're just like, oh my gosh, that's so much butter, because they make butter blocks that are like 3 inches thick and like 16 inches wide. It's kind of crazy, but with all the amazing croissants they're turning out, I definitely don't blame them for having that. So I'm just going to rest this on a cutting board and then get this into the fridge. It's going to sit in overnight. It's going to be an integral piece of day 2 activities.